Hallo und herzlich willkommen, ich bin euer Mr. 1974. Wir sind wieder beim Super Seducer und jetzt kommt das letzte Kapitel. Und das Ende von Kapitel 9 habe ich immer noch nicht verstanden. Aber ist egal. So, das ist Kate. Also das war Karen. Kate haben wir doch, glaube ich, auch schon mal, glaube ich. Egal. Wir gucken mal. Erstes Date mit Kate. Ist das nicht die von der Brücke? Ich glaube ja, ne? Wir gucken mal. Ah, hallo, jetzt haben wir interaktives Fernsehen. Wähle den Ort deines Dates. Bar 20 Uhr, Kaffee 14 Uhr, Club mit Freunden, Wandern. Wer ein bisschen darauf geachtet hat, das sah mir sehr nach einer Bar aus, wo die gerade im Thumbnail saßen. Aber hey, no Spoiler! Ne? So, also bitte A, B, C oder D, liebe Freunde. Legt mal einfach los. Im großen Finale. Bin mal gespannt, ob das logischer wird als das letzte. Wandern ist des Müllers Lust, komm, klar.
If a girl's active and she shows an interest in outdoor activities, that can be great, but in this case, it wasn't the option to choose.
Okay, war es nicht. Dann ist es jetzt A, B oder C. Also ja, das sah nach Bar aus. Weil ich glaube auch nicht, dass es ein Club mit Freunden war, aber C. Dann wollen wir mal gucken.
In this case, it's not the ideal option, but in the case where the girl is maybe not ready to meet you one-on-one, inviting her out as a group could work. But in this case, you want to choose a different option.
Das kann auch bestimmt nicht der Kaffee sein, oder?
Coffee's boring, and, you know, we love drinking, right? We want some alcohol. Otherwise, you know, how do you make a move if she's sober? Oh, God. Plus, a lot harder to keep the conversation going in a coffee shop.
Herzlich willkommen bei Widerlichkeit 21. Also, was ihr gelernt habt, nicht auf den Kaffee, sondern direkt gleich sofort auf Wodka gehen. Weil man will ja schließlich noch was erleben am Abend. Ist klar.
Ideally, we want nighttime plus drinks, right? To make sure the date goes as well as possible. So the bar is the best option.
Oh, wieder Musik, über die ich drüber quatschen muss. Das mache ich doch gerne. Das ist eine schöne Bar und jetzt kommt sie da an wie, was weiß ich, irgendein Model, weil muss ja so sein. Und jetzt kommt noch die Musik viel lauter und jetzt muss ich noch viel mehr sprechen, damit wir diesen Filter austricksen. Klappt. So, wie sollt ihr sitzen? Gegenüber, nebeneinander. Ja. Ich bin jetzt der Meinung, nebeneinander wäre ein bisschen zu früh, aber es ist eure Entscheidung. Ja, ist ja schließlich interaktives Fernsehen. Ich warte übrigens darauf, dass irgendeiner bei YouTube dann schreibt, ich habe alles so viel entschieden, das hat er gar nicht gemacht, der hat mich die ganze Zeit ignoriert. Ja. Aber das bist du dann, glaube ich, im normalen Leben auch gewohnt. So, also. Wir fangen an. Ich muss mal kurz hier einmal was ändern. Ich sehe nämlich, dass mein Chat nachzieht. So. Das müsste jetzt besser sein. Mal kurz das korrigieren. Weil sonst sehe ich eure Antworten nämlich zu spät. So. Also. A wurde gewählt, das glaube ich ist auch das Realistische.
Take a seat.
Thanks.
Stimmt, das war diese ganz pfiffige. Ja, boah.
No, you don't sit opposite.
Nein?
Reason is, you can't touch her up. No, but seriously, it makes it a bit harder. When you're sitting side by side, you get to kind of take a break, look around the room. If there's an awkward silence, it's not so awkward. And like I said before, you can touch her.
Ernsthaft? Okay, jetzt lernen wir aber hier für Profis, ich merke das schon.
Come take a seat over here.
Thank you.
Perfect. So many people sit opposite each other on first dates and it gets really awkward because you've got that eye contact the whole time, you run out of stuff to say, it feels super uncomfortable, And the worst thing, you can't touch her up, right? So it's much better to sit side by side. So how have you been the past few days? What have you been doing?
Actually, quite a lot. I went to the gym as usual, and then did some work, but it's boring, right?
Yeah.
And last night I watched a movie.
Okay, what movie?
It was Seven with Brad Pitt, a nice one.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's kind of psychological, serial killer, scary.
Oh, so you've seen it?
Yeah, I like
it is
it.
very scary. I liked it very much. I think it's very smart.
But it's a strange film for a girl. It's not like Sex in the
it?
City or like Finding Nemo or
Ein
something.
Nemo für eine typische Frauenfilm. Nee, ist klar.
Right?
Yeah, it is. But I like tough films.
So you watch horror movies and things like that?
Yeah, I do. I do quite often. I think they make you think, and it's interesting.
But not. What if there's loads of blood and people dying? You can watch it, or you kind of cover your eyes and stuff.
Not like that. I wouldn't watch The Saw or something like that because it's stupid, I think. But this one is very smart. You should know if you watched it.
Yeah, it is very smart. You're always thinking about, how they can catch him and stuff.
Yeah,
Das hat sie bei mir noch weiter verloren, aber das erzähle
What
ich
else
gleich.
have you got going on?
Actually, I'm moving house at the moment, and it's
Alright.
very, very difficult and annoying because there are all those boxes I have to move and all my stuff.
You have to pack things
Yeah,
up.
pack up and then transport it all. Oh, it's so difficult.
Yeah, they say it's a stressful thing to do to move house.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Boah, ist die spannend. Also erstmal hier, für jeden, der die Saw-Reihe kennt, Saw 1 ist einer der besten Thriller ever. Und der kam ohne viel Blut aus. Saw 2 und 3, das ist das Blutfest, das ist richtig. Aber hey, die alte ist nicht nur langweilig, die hat auch keinen Filmgeschmack. Also, no way. So, A. Biete deine Hilfe an. B. Zeige Mitgefühl. C. Nimm es als Anlass, ihre Muskeln zu fühlen. Och, nee, komm. Genau, das war die ich kochen konnte. Silver bringt es auf einen ganz guten Punkt. Also, wie gesagt, ich bin der Meinung, das ist jetzt nicht die hellste Kerze. Nicht wirklich. Also, nee, also das wäre nicht für mich ansatzweise interessant. Aber gut, ja, gut. Der Herr Ruina hat ja einen anderen Geschmack, der Rich.
I think the main thing you're going to need is some muscle. So let me check your biceps. Show me what you got here. Flex it. Come on. See the Arnie move? It's kind of like a P, isn't it? Not much there.
No, it isn't. I'm strong.
Maybe. I remember I worked actually for a few days when I was a teenager as a removal guy. Carrying all the stuff.
Really? Did you like it?
It was very physical, and actually I did. Yeah, I think it's good for fitness and stuff. So maybe you'll enjoy it, carrying stuff.
Hopefully I will.
Nice one. You didn't fall for the trap, which is to always offer loads of help to girls that you want to sleep with. You want to resist that as much as possible. And here you've turned it around and actually used it as a way to get a little bit physical and playful. Well done. I know you're busy now with the house and stuff, but what do you normally do in your free time? Do you do any sports?
Yeah, of course I do sports.
Why, of course.
It's my main hobby, going to the gym actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I like it very much.
What do you do there?
I do a lot of different things actually. The main one is doing weights, usual stuff.
Okay.
And I also do 1 hour stretching a week.
Yeah.
It's very, very painful, but very rewarding as well.
For flexibility.
Yeah,
so you
I
want
like
to be able
it.
to do splits or
Yeah, that's
or
my goal.
Kick people in their heads. And stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and also I do Pilates sometimes. Yeah, so it's interesting as well. And what about you? Do you do sports?
Yeah, I've done lots of sports. I used to do boxing, used to play squash. I always try and do something physical, and at the moment I just do normal gym, like weights and things. But I don't get huge because I don't do protein shakes and all this stuff. So
That's good.
just go to the gym, and I'm doing things for like endurance, have good fitness and whatever.
That's good.
And what else do you do apart from physical stuff?
Apart from physical stuff, I like reading. Actually, I read every day, and it's very.
Das
very
glaube ich dir
interesting.
sofort,
What
du
are you
Leseratte.
reading now, or what's the last book you read?
I've just finished Bulgakov's Master and Margarita, but it wasn't the
Okay.
first time I've ever read it. So.
You read it again? So
Yeah, I like it very much.
one of your favorites?
Yeah, one of.
That's nice because it's classic literature, not like, Harry Potter and Da Vinci
Yeah.
Code and the girl with the dragon tattoo and all this stuff.
So you like reading as well?
Yeah, and I like reading not just fiction, but if I read fiction, I like classics. But I like reading sometimes psychology, business, biographies, all types of different stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. I like psychology as well, and biographies of famous people. That's good.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. And tell me, do you do anything creative, or I don't know, like singing, dancing, playing the violin, whatever?
Actually, I'm absolutely useless at singing.
You can't sing?
Glaube ich gar nicht.
And don't like
I was going to
it.
ask you to sing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe we'll get you lessons and you can sing for me.
That can be interesting. Maybe one day. And I can't play any musical
None of
instrument
them?
as well. None,
Even this
I'm
xylophone thing or the...
afraid. Maybe.
Do you know this triangle, that one? You just...
Can do that, I think, because that's easy. And the creative thing I do is actually painting.
Thank you.
Was haben wir hier für Monster-Dinger? Ja, wie sage ich es mal charmant? Ich finde die nicht spannend. Ihr vermutlich wahrscheinlich auch nicht. Ja. Und eine Leseratte kaufe ich hier nie ab. Definitiv nicht. A. Versuche zu ergründen, wie sie sich dadurch fühlt. B. Sag, dass sie dich nackt malen kann, wenn sie will. C. Sag, dass du Kunst einfach nicht kapierst. Ich sehe schon B. Wir haben was zu lachen, hoffe ich.
Painting, eh? Well, listen, I'm very comfortable with myself. So if you ever want to paint someone nude, then just let me know.
I'm sorry, what? Really?
Yeah, you know, like lying on a couch and with some fruit and things like that. I think it would be nice, no?
That's not something I would paint. I think it's really weird.
You can do it without the fruit.
What? Really? No, I don't paint that. I think it's too much.
You don't paint people or naked people?
Actually, I try not to paint people at all.
Okay.
Especially
Animals,
nude.
or what do you paint?
No, I like, for example, beautiful scenery.
Like landscapes.
Yeah, something from my imagination, something that helps to express emotions, you know.
Okay, very
Natürlich.
nice. A little bit too early to be sexual, and a little bit too early not to be connecting with her, right? So you found out one of her passions could be a really rich conversational subject. You've skipped over it and turned it silly and turned it kind of weird. So not good. Let's not leave this sitting here. Yeah, have a drink.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So tell me, how about traveling? Do you travel?
Oh yes, I do.
And what do you normally do? Do cities or adventure holidays?
Actually, I like both. I like cities, and I went to many places in Europe. For example, Prague and Berlin and Rome. Rome is amazing, so I like that.
Beautiful there, yeah.
Yeah, of course, Europe is beautiful, and I also went to some exotic places like Lebanon, for example.
Lebanon?
Yeah,
it's
it
not
was-
dangerous there.
It was quite scary because I thought it was dangerous, but probably it wasn't at the moment. It was fun because I like to see different things and, you know.
Different cultures and whatever. But
Yeah.
Rome is very touristy, right?
Yeah, all
And-
these crowds, you're
And
right.
then Lebanon is probably not very touristy.
Nee,
Yeah, absolutely,
definitiv
very
nicht.
different.
So you
You
like
can see the
different
contrast.
different kinds of things, not
Yeah, I
always the
do.
same stuff in the same hotel and speak in, you know, places where, because English people are different. Some like to go to, for example, Spain every year to the same place,
really?
only speak English, they don't know any Spanish.
That's quite boring.
Yeah, and then some people like just going somewhere super exotic where there are no tourists. I'm more like the second type. I don't like tourists.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If I go somewhere and the other English people are, oh no, you know, I feel like I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, really? So you don't like English people?
When I'm traveling somewhere and you're just surrounded by, you know, people from your country, you don't feel like you're traveling. And if
yeah.
everything's in English, you don't feel like you're traveling. So I like to go somewhere and only meet locals, to go to the local place. You would have seen it in Rome. You can go to some restaurants where it's all just Americans.
Yeah, just tourists all around.
Or
No
you can
good.
go to a restaurant if you're lucky and you're like, oh, I'm sitting with Italians, so I must be in the right place, not the tourist
Yeah, maybe you're right,
recommendation.
actually. I should try that.
Yeah. And tell me, what's the I don't know, coolest place you've been or most interesting?
Something that I really liked,
Yeah.
Recently I went to Cuba and it was amazing.
Das
I
glaube ich.
really liked
Kuba
it.
ist nicht cool, ist nicht uncool. Aber weiß ich nicht, so eine tolle Reise in den Libanon. Mal ganz ernsthaft, gut, aktuell ist Reisen kein gutes Thema, aber mein Gott, also da gibt's, glaube ich, andere Sachen. So. A, widerspreche ihr und sag es nicht so, dass es cool ist. B, beeindrucken sie mit der Tatsache, dass du schon oft in der Karibik warst. C, bringen sie dazu, dass sie über die besten Momente ihrer Reise spricht. Nach jedem und Afghanistan, genau. Ja, gleich kommt noch Nordkorea und ja. Wobei wahrscheinlich als Touri in Nordkorea muss man sich keine Gedanken machen. Man kriegt wahrscheinlich das beste Land, was man sich vorstellen kann. Also, C, natürlich. Ich glaube, das ist auch das Vernünftige, glaube ich.
Cuba, that's really interesting because it's kind of a strange country, right? It was Americans weren't allowed to go there for so long. They've got this reputation for the politics, but it's not very developed for tourists, right? So it must be quite interesting.
Yeah, it's not, and that's what's interesting actually, because it's not easy to get internet even there, you know.
No internet yet.
Yeah. There is internet, but it's kind of difficult.
Slow and stuff.
Yeah, very interesting.
I like
Completely
having
different.
a break from the internet. Do you?
Oh, yeah, I liked it, but not all people can handle it. Can you?
No. Yeah, I can handle it. I like to
Good.
unplug sometimes, and then you feel how relaxing it is when you're not checking your phone all the time.
Yeah, right. I do it sometimes as well, and I really liked it.
But tell me, like, what's the cool stuff about Cuba? What did you really like about it?
Everything. I just liked everything. The nature was amazing, very beautiful, and the
Trees,
people.
beaches.
Yeah, the main thing was actually the people, because they're very, very friendly and very different, and it was very peaceful there and safe, and everything was wonderful. Actually, yeah, you have to.
People are often the most important thing, yeah, because if they're rude or if there's too many tourists, then it just can destroy the holiday, right?
Sure.
But you said they're very, very friendly, so you felt good there.
Yeah, you're right. I felt very good there.
Very nice. Excelente. You know, holidays are something that bring out a lot of emotions, you know, just compared to her telling you about, I don't know, her day at work, compared with a recent holiday. So it's an area that you want to explore and you want to find out what she felt during that period so that she can kind of relive it and start feeling good again in that moment with you as she tells you about it. Plus, it's keeping the attention on her rather than just cutting her off and talking about something else.
And what about you? Do you like traveling?
Yeah, I do like travel. I don't like it as much as I did because when I was younger, I would go away for months at a time and just go to different countries and, you know, come back home and then 2 weeks later go away again. Now I'm more settled and I like spending time at home, but I would say like every month I like to go somewhere. And I spend a lot of time in Barcelona. I've got a nice place there, it's by the sea, and have it all, you know, nicely set up with big television and PlayStation and stuff, so it's really cool.
Oh, really? PlayStation, you said?
Yeah.
You play often?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, really? I think games are just a waste of time. Don't you think so?
So, jetzt reicht's. Ich beende die Folge. Jetzt ist mal gut hier. Irgendwo sind auch mal Grenzen erreicht, ja? Also jetzt ist aber Feierabend hier. Ich bin euer Mr. Venom 1970 und gleich machen wir weiter. Also das lassen wir uns nicht bieten. Ja? Hallo. Nicht so.